Hi there, these comments are for CP, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at Stealth, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. You're also one of my students at California State University, San Bernardino. Alright, so you just put together your final paper. I like a lot of what you've done. I'm not going to give it quite passing. Passing for the TOEFL would be 3.75 out of 5, or that's right around 24 points out of 30. I'm going to put you at 3.50 out of 5. And for the purposes of our class here, let me take it down to where that is. There we go. That's going to put you at about 22 points out of 30. Now, the main thing is, in terms of your development, you have incredible development. There's no doubt about it. So, the main thing is you need a little bit more explicit organization here. If you take a look at this, it says here, some people believe that a college or university should be available to all students. You have the next part of the question. Others believe that higher education should be available only to good students. This is where I'm not quite sure. It says, discuss these views, and then which view do you agree with and why, and then explain why. So, when I take a look at this paragraph here, in the beginning, though, you did say this. Some people believe that it should be available to all students. And it's very clear that this idea connects back to that, right? And then you say, therefore, I believe that the chance to be a college or university student should be given to all students. Now, of course, this is getting to the last part of the question, which view you agree with. And then you say, but to achieve this goal, you have to go through changes. This is where I get a little bit lost. So I get to the next paragraph here. You say financial support should be given to students who cannot afford a college education. So it isn't exactly clear. I guess you're getting into the first point, right? Some people believe that a college or university education should be available to all. Now, when we get to the next idea, you say, an academic life requires some abilities like discipline, self-confidence, general knowledge, and a strong desire to achieve graduation. So, the problem there is, it isn't exactly clear based on your topic sentence. I think you're trying to connect it to this second idea, right? But there's no explicit reference to this second part of the question. And then when you get to the final view, you say, after being accepted and financially supported at a college or university, students should keep good records. So I think you're trying to get to the last idea here, which is which view you agree with and why, but there's just not an explicit organization there. So you have a lot of good development. You have, by the way, very good control of your sentence structure. I think that you've made a lot of good improvements in your sentence structure, no doubt. You don't have a lot of run-ons. You don't have a lot of comma splices. You have very good control, I think, of your vocabulary and your grammar. But the organization of the essay, it's just not quite explicitly connected to the task. Now, compare what you did here. Let's take a look at the sample, the model essay. Now, of course, you can read that one on your own, too. Now, if you take a look at the thesis here, it's a little bit clearer. The writer says, some people believe that a college or university education should be available to all students, while others believe that a higher education should be available only to good students. Then when we take a look at this first example, take a look at the topic sentence here. It says, people who believe that a university education should be available to all students have a point of view that everybody is equal. So this is a topic sentence that directly connects to the first part of the question, and it has a point about how everybody is equal. Now, if you take a look at the second topic sentence here, it says people who believe that higher education should be available only to good students hold a point of view that good students can achieve better. So again, this is going to the second part of the question. So this essay has a more explicit organization. Your essay has the same development, the same grammar, the same control vocabulary. You have all really good things in those regards, but your essay is not as connected to the purpose of the writing as this one. Now, when we get to the third topic sentence here, we can see the connection. It says, personally, I believe that higher education should be available to all students. Right? So that actually gets to the argumentative, the writer's opinion on the topic. So, unlike your essay, this essay has a more direct, a more explicit organization, right? So if we take a look at the rubrics here, I'm going to put you about 3.5. It says, I think I'm going to give you a 3.5 and not a higher score because of this idea here. It says, has unity, progression, and coherence. However, sometimes it's difficult to understand the connection of your ideas. That's the main thing. It wasn't quite clear how different parts of your paragraphs connected back to the purpose of the writing. So this is why I'm going to put you in this score right now. But still, you got a great, very good writing style here. Okay, now for the grade in our class, 3.5 out of 5, that's going to put you at 82% out of 100, right? Anyway, thank you for completing this writing practice test. I think you've made some very big improvements. My recommendation based on what you just did, you just need to more explicitly organize your writing around the writing task. So that would be my main goals there.